Hi guys. So one of my dear friends requested an episode in English. So I thought why not do one on what it's like being a mom. I'm gonna share the most surprising thing I've learned so far, the most challenging thing I've ever faced. If you're new here, welcome to Mom Needs Matcha channel. I'm a mom of two girls. One is 11, the other is 8. I'm not a guru in parenting, but just someone learning to be a mom and want to share that experience. So grab a seat with your favorite drink and let's talk about what it's like being a mom. Before I had kids, I thought I knew what it would be like. I knew it'd be tough, but I love kids, so it shouldn't be that hard. I love planning, so when I was pregnant, I researched everything from watching clips about what's in my bag, like hospital bag to take when you go to give birth at hospital. I look at what to pack to get ready for that. I watch reviews about breast pump, which model is the best, or how to take care of newborns, and so on and so forth. I did many research. But the first night we got home from the hospital, wow, I panicked and I just kept walking around and around trying to get everything in place, which, well, it was already in place. And I walked so much that my feet were swollen. They were swollen like balloons. So I sat down and my baby girl started crying. That was when it hit me. And first time I realized, whoa, this is real. It is real. I have a baby. When we were at the hospital, everything was so surreal. And doctors and nurses were there to help if anything goes wrong. But now it was just us and the baby. So that was the first shock. You thought you'd be ready, but when it's actually time that this tiny person belongs to you and you have to do everything to keep it alive, it's kind of scary. So the first month was the toughest. We were like zombies, literally zombies, because we never had enough sleep. I never slept longer than 2 to 3 hours tops. We were adjusting to her and she was adjusting to us. So she didn't have like sleep schedule. She just kept waking up 2 or 3 hours and we had to feed her or change her diapers. And the most exciting time was when you hold her and she goes to sleep and when it's time to put her down on the bed. It's so exciting. It's like you're putting down a bomb and hoping it wouldn't explode. You know what I mean. If you've ever put baby to sleep, it's like the minute that their body touched the bed, their eyes open wide and their little mouths start crying like it's the end of the world. But a minute ago, you were sound asleep. So cute and sleeping, but now you're like a bomb exploding. So looking back now, it's pretty funny. But back then, when you're a zombie and dealing with a baby bomb, no one really had the energy to laugh. So when my kids started school, it went really well. They enjoyed it, and luckily they adjust really well. There was no crying before school. They woke up, they got dressed, and off we went to school. I was so happy that they were happy at school. But then, one of the biggest challenge of school life happened. My older one was in her last year of kindergarten and she started having a really tough time at school. At first, it seemed to be getting better, but then it got worse, and then it got better and worse, and it was just going round and round. It was so bad that at one point she started crying before going to school every day. And for me, it was harder than I would have imagined. Every day when I walked to school to pick her up, my heart would beat so fast, hoping to hear that today went well, today was okay. It was like that day after day. I hated seeing her sad little face. My heart just ached so much. It was worse than like having problems myself. And one day I walked in school and I realized I'm feeling like she's part of me, and what she felt, I felt even more. That was when I really commit myself to separate my feelings and be a mom. I really need to help her get past it. And to help her, I thought I needed to be emotionally stable and not be so involved emotionally to the point that I can't think clearly anymore. But you know how it is. Seeing their sad face really makes your heart break. So sometimes you really want to go in and fight the battle for them. But it's not really your fight. Or sometimes you just want to tell them to give up if it's so hard. Then you realize this is a lesson for them to learn. Imagine your kids running a marathon. Then they are really exhausted and they fell down on their knees. You want to go in and help, but really your job is to stand at the finishing line and cheer them on. Once they finish the race, you can then celebrate with them, but not to go in and help. That is true in life. Sometimes we want to go in and help, but we really have to stop ourselves. Life isn't easy, is it? Everyone have problems and face challenges. So we need to let them learn from the experience. And we need to listen to them and be there for them, but not live their life for them. We need to let them live their own life. And we need to have our own life, not tie our lives to theirs. So that year went by really slowly, but my girl was so strong and she learned a lot. She is now confident and happy. She loves going to school and doing really well now. When you have two or more children, do you love them equally? Yes. Do you worry about them the same way? Of course not. Before I had my second child, someone told me you'll never love them equally. This person had twin boys, except that she didn't love them equally. But now that I have two girls, I can honestly say I love them equally, but I worry about them differently because they have different strong points. I'm not gonna elaborate on that because I don't want to compare them and make them hate each other. It's such a common question to ask: who's better at this? Which one is taller at this age? Who is easier to raise? But these questions make them don't really like each other and start to see each other as competition. Some people see my younger girl and say she should do sports, but right now she's really enjoying ballet, just like her big sister. And since we never compare them, they don't see each other as competitors, but they help each other practice for ballet exams. I don't really know what they want to be when they grow up, but one thing for sure, they'll be sisters who love helping each other. So whether siblings see each other as competitors or not, it's really up to you, mom and dad. So I think being a mom is like being a student. You learn new things every day, and as your kids grow up and become an adult, you're growing with them. Most things will be unexpected, even if you try really hard to prepare, but it's never gonna go exactly as planned. So, planning is a good start, but you have to be flexible and you just have to listen to your gut and listen to your kids, then adjust accordingly because it is a long journey ahead. So set your goals and start moving. What about you? What is the toughest time you had as a mom? And how did you overcome it? Or what is the most memorable thing for you as a mom? Feel free to let me know in the comments below. I look forward to reading them. Looking back, I would never imagine how my life would change so much. And as a person, I think I changed so much and evolved so far. I know you feel the same way. We're on the same journey of trying to be a mom and raising our kids. So if you like fun contents like this, don't forget to subscribe and do let me know if you want to hear about other topics. Even though I'm not a guru, I'm not an expert, but I'd be more than happy to share experience with you because, like I said, we're on the same journey of learning to be a mom. Thank you for being here today. Have a good day. See you.